the top dog, we at the top level. I'm a rebel, line up cause I'm a top rebel. Look in my eyes, this is my time. Step up, rise up, strike first, bring it on.
Fight fans, here we go now in the cage. The co-main event of this evening, presented to you by SparStar Promotion. Now in the cage, 3 rounds of mixed martial arts for the 125-pound SparStar Promotion and California State title. This bout is sponsored in part by The Compound by Dirt Dog. Once again, our referee in charge of this bout, George Gallegos. And now, introducing to you first our challenger on my left, fighting out of the blue corner. She is wearing black trunks. She is training out of San Pedro Fight Club, San Pedro, California. She moved up in weight to take this bout. She weighed in 123 pounds. Her record 4 wins, 3 losses with 2 wins coming by way of stoppage. Ladies and gentlemen, she is the current 115-pound SparStar Promotion and California State Champion, Keilani Ahsoon. Her opponent across the cage on my right, fighting out of the red corner. She is wearing black trunks. She is training out of One Legacy and Chula Vista by way of Monterey. She weighed in 126 pounds. Her record 5 wins, 1 loss with 2 wins coming by way of stoppage. Ladies and gentlemen, she is the current 125-pound California State Champion, Ruby La Sinistra Daniels. All right, fans, once again, our referee in charge, George Gallegos, to give final instructions.
Okay, ladies, we went over the rules in the dressing room. Is there any questions from the red corner? Any questions from the blue corner? I expect a clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Touch gloves, come out fighting.
All right, folks, you clearly can't wait for this one. I know people in the crowd right near us can't. So why don't we get to this match right here, right now, your co-main event, one that we have been waiting for. Ruby Daniels, Keilani Ahsoon, right for you right now.
Yep, Keilani in the blue and Ruby in the red. Oh, Ruby throwing a nice high kick there. Go right back up top with the hands. Keilani just throwing heat, though. Her whole body moving as she tries to force those punches. She's really winging them. Switching stances. And both fighters, both fighters switching back and forth from orthodox to southpaw.
Nice.
Some big shots here.
Ruby did connect there, John.
Yep, overhand right from Keilani. Oh, that was a good step
nice
in.
Short.
Yeah, that short left hook by Keilani. Ruby back in southpaw.
And you know, even though they're kind of forcing the action and moving up front, you get the sense they both want to just stand right now. Even with that little bit of a rush, she didn't even think about going for any kind of takedown. So she's pretty content in this moment of keeping it standing up.
Yeah, I think both of these fighters like it on the feet. I think you'll see it become more of a grappling match if one of them starts to lose this battle. Oh, yes, and both of them connect.
Wow.
Good. Oh, wow. Good jab and then good right. And another 1-2 from Keilani. Ruby ended up
Ruby's not stopping.
She is not stopping. Neither of these girls stop. Now finally in a clinch, at least somewhat of a slowdown to the striking. Right up against the cage. Over under clinch. And if you notice, Keilani was really, I was mentioning it earlier, she was really winging a lot of those punches. A lot of like overhand rights, things like that. I'm wondering if because she's coming up from a lower weight class, if she feels like she needs to like really just get some, a lot of power from those big looping punches to try to even the playing field from being a little bit lighter. But
I don't think that's a bad estimation. You know, you want to try to make up for that power. And you realize, like, if you've had a family member fight somebody before, you have some intel. You've done some kind of tape study where some people say they don't. You had a family member fight them, so you've done the tape study here. You've at least seen that much, if not more.
Good knee from Keilani there. Yeah,
Nice.
another one, too. Ruby tried to sneak her own in there, but it didn't quite land the same. Oh, good left, though. And now, yeah.
Wow.
Ruby's starting to tee off, but time runs out, so.
I mean, Ruby looked like a champ there. There were some good moments for her. Definitely, made that good statement to begin the very first round.
Yeah.
Keilani, though,
Yeah.
just sometimes very close, classic styles will make you very tense throughout this match.
Yeah, I'm not even sure who exactly won that one. It was at least close enough to be questionable, so curious to see how this is going to go in the second round, see if there's any adjustments. I would have loved to hear the conversation between Keilani and her sister about what she's up against going into this.
Yeah.
And see what the strategy was.
In the comment section, Unjust187 says, first to blue, so he seems to be under the assumption Keilani won that first round.
I mean, you could make an argument both ways, so yeah, it's hard to say no to that. Ruby definitely with the volume.
Yep.
Keilani more picking her shots and heavier shots. Oof. Good flurry. And they both just keep switching back and forth as far as stance goes.
Both have excelled in their fights when they take their opponents into deep water, so I think that's part of the reason why they're so cautious around one another. Because there are these moments where they almost look like it's a standstill, and the audience actually gets really quiet.
Oh.
Almost like they're watching a fight in pride.
Oh, Ruby landing some good shots there.
Yeah, right.
She started with a liver kick to the body with that left leg, and then quite a few shots to the head right at the end.
Just short of the halfway point of the fight.
Oh, good
Ruby
shots by
clipped.
Ruby. Nice overhand
Ruby
right.
clipped Keilani right there. And basically went right back to the game plan, sticking her right next to the cage and just grinding that pressure out of her. And listen, you don't really get a ton of time to recover in the way you would like to.
Yep, and here an underhook is does she? Yeah, she's got the underhook. Keilani on that with that left arm, so not double unders for Ruby. Yep, moves herself away from the cage. Now finally some good knees from Ruby though.
Nice.
Is where Keilani was pretty much winning the knee battle earlier on in the clinch.
I mean, John, you mentioned a little bit about the difference in weight and sometimes dropping down, and that is why Ruby just seems like she can maneuver her so easily here at some of these junctures.
Yeah, just naturally maybe a little bit bigger, a little bit taller, and then in a tie plum here, that can make a big difference.
And you're seeing Keilani commit to more blocking the knees, which kind of leaves the face exposed, but now it's just happening so often she can't even block all of them.
Yeah, it's really hard to just try to, I mean, at some point you saw her try to just grab the legs like she was going to go for a single leg, but that is very difficult to do when somebody's aggressively striking you with those knees, especially your posture's broken. Oh, now Keilani with some good shots. Yeah, those a couple of really good ones on the inside there.
It's just the distribution is not always the same, though, John, because even on some of those dismounts, like, you get Ruby, for every one, she was doing one. Then toward the end, maybe you saw Keilani get two, and just to make sure she's still in the thick of it, Ruby would get a really well-timed knee to the stomach.
Yeah, this one is this one's going to be a tough one to judge. Yeah, they could be 1-1, like especially if you thought Keilani won that first round. I think you could make the argument that Ruby won the second one. So,
well, our number one conversationalist on YouTube, an important message, honestly, because it can affect performance. But we are seeing our number one commentator and our number two commentator in the comment section saying second round goes to red, meaning second round on over to Ruby.
Yeah, which I think I would agree with that.
So if we're going by the crowd,
could very well be
1-1,
yeah. And I think that's fair. I mean, the judges might have seen it different, but it's hard to argue it strongly one way or the other. Could go either way. There's a good jab from Keilani stepping in. Interesting to see. Oh, good
nice
uppercut too.
John.
Wow.
And that,
Did you see Keilani like winding up?
Yeah. I think she's really just trying to get Ruby off her game. And you know what was weird? She just awoke something deep in Ruby, because when she got hit, Ruby was really feeling like she wanted to get one back immediately. I think now you're going to see Keilani throw with a lot more purpose. You know, before when she was winding up to make that difference, as you pointed out in that first round, now she knows she could be tied or behind.
Yeah, I mean, those right hands from Keilani, though, even if they're not connecting, they are just thrown with such bad intentions. Yeah. Good kick from Ruby. Another good kick and some good punches there from Keilani. Answer her right back. Oh, nice high kick. Yes. I'm trying to figure out the footwork because they always end up in a right versus left or left versus right, and I'm not sure. Initially, I thought it was Ruby that was purposely changing when she saw Keilani had a certain stance, but now it looked a little bit more like Keilani was changing to keep it that way. So, curious to see exactly what's causing that. Whoa.
Nice.
Did that connect? That was.
I thought it did.
It looked like the knee right to the head from Ruby. Ruby stepping in.
Yeah.
God, both girls are connecting pretty.
And you know what's weird? You were mentioning how Ruby had more volume initially. Now it seems like Keilani is trying to up that volume in this last round, and that Ruby actually is picking her shots really nicely. I mean, John, let's just be real. This is close.
Yes.
It is. You almost feel the scale going back and forth every single strike. Ooh. That one, Keilani looks good.
Yep.
Now,
but
starting
Ruby
to make
also
that.
landed
Ruby
the body shot, too.
About 2 or 3 of those. That last section. Now, look, Ruby trying to find a home for it every single time. Keilani nicely swoops out. There's 20 seconds left. It's now just to see who can make the last statement. It's 10 more seconds here left in this fight.
Oh, Ruby really taking the better part of that exchange.
You know, one thing that you have to give Ruby a lot of credit for each time is that sometimes Keilani has a habit of keeping her head down, and Ruby tracks that so well.
She does.
She, it's a small enough thing that sometimes you can get away with it. And Keilani's so forceful with her movement, but that Ruby just literally targets it and follows the head and connects with it in such a way that I've been like, man, she has picked up on that so well. And then Keilani coming out here like a true warrior and making something really impactful in these last few seconds. Like, it's a very good fight.
Yeah,
who got it, as I'm being asked? We're going to find out. That's who we're going to find. I'm going to interview the person that won.
It was close. It was close. I am not sure who won that one.
Ladies and gentlemen, now in the cage to present their winner with their championship belt from iWhey Protein, give it up for Ruben. Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, once again, let's give both fighters a big round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards. We have a split decision. Judge at cage side, Carlos Eduardo, scores the bout 29-28 in favor of Ahsoon. Judge at cage side, Carlos Shad, scores the bout 30-27 in favor of Daniels. And judge at cage side, Felicia O, scores the bout 30-27 in favor of our winner by split decision. She is still the 125-pound California state champion and the new SparStar promotion champion, Ruby La Sinistra Daniels!
Test, test. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think applause is needed because not just one, 2-time champ, and an incredible performance. That was a hell of a fight. You've got both these belts on. You're surrounded by love. You were taking photos right now. What's going on in your head?
It's amazing. I want to thank my family, my teammates at One Legacy, and I want to shout out to all the people that helped me to get ready, and the girls that helped me too. And I won the 135 state title and the SparStar belt too, as well.
Okay, so we're not done here. We got more work to do, huh?
Yeah.
Why do you feel that you won? It was close. It was a split decision. I'd like to know, why does it you feel that you were able to edge it out here tonight?
Well, I just keep pushing. That's what I do.
You never stopped, and you looked very crisp at so many moments throughout the fight tonight. You looked incredible. You did carry yourself like a champ. I'd like to know, who else would you like to shout out? The camera is right there. I'd love for you to give props to your friends and family who helped you accomplish this.
Well, my family, my sister that is watching. Well, she's here. So, and my brother-in-law that helped me a lot. That's it.
You know what, Ruby? You deserve all the accolades. Tonight was an incredible fight. Big props to you. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for Ruby Daniels.
That was a Stephanie back curve.